everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter, and today I have a Flosstube video for you. This will be a video where I talk about my whips and any new starts, stuff I bought, all cross stitch related. So yeah, second time I did this video because after I started talking the first time I was like, oh, I think I'm crooked. No, it was just the way I was sitting. I was like sitting up on my foot, so I'm like leaned over like whatever. So now I'm sitting on my bum. Okay, so let's discuss, what should we discuss first? Oh, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I tend to be a little scatterbrained and I like to talk a lot. So I like to ramble. So if you like that, then you're in for a treat. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. Up to 38 subscribers now. Yeah, all right. I didn't even think I was gonna get this many. Yeah, so I'm super excited. Okay, so let's discuss my whips. My Maynia plans have kind of like, they're kind of on track a little bit, because I remember I talked to you guys about the 5 new starts I was going to do for the 5 Fridays in May, and then I had my backup whip in case I got bored with the projects. So let's start with that. Not the backup whip, but the first new start that I did, which is, you guys like my project bag? It's designer. Not many people have these. So the first one was Whole Lotta Latte. I showed this in my last I showed it in my last Flosstube and also my Maynia. It is a dimensions kit. This is being stitched on 14 count black Aida. I like the floss and I like the pattern. I don't like the black. And I know all the tricks about putting it under, like, you know, or putting a white towel under it and all that. I still don't like it. But I did do a little bit more, not a whole lot, but I did do a little bit more. I couldn't even finish the green. My problem was it was getting late. It was getting dark, not really late. It was getting dark, and you see that, you can already see it, can't you? Look how bright that is, though. Hold on, let me put this behind it. Maybe that'll help, so that you don't see me through it. Look how bright that is. So, part of the saucer and the handle of the cup I've gotten. And then it was just getting a little dark in the room, and it was getting hard for me to see. So I pulled it out and put it aside. But I mean, I didn't finish the green on that. I finished the thread that I was using, and then I was like, okay, I need to put this down before I get too angry and I mess something up. So yeah, I mean, I really do like it. I definitely will be finishing it. But yeah. So again, the colors, oh my God, these colors. I love it. I love it. I heard a phrase from another Flosstuber, and I cracked up when I love it like I birthed it. I'm gonna start using it. I don't know if she came up with that on her own or if she heard somebody else say that, but it was hilarious. Especially because she didn't seem like the type that would say something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so there was that one. After I did my last video, I stitched on it a little bit more. I'm trying to put everything back in the bag so I don't lose my stuff. But I stitched on it a little bit more, as you saw, obviously, because there was an update for it, but not much more. So that was my first one, and then I was saying that my second one was going to be Stiach. But after I worked on that one, I went ahead and worked some more on Be Still, my lifetime project. I'm not going to take it out of the hoop because I do plan on stitching on this some today. So if I've noticed that if I plan on stitching on a project, I take it out of the hoop, then I just don't go back to it. So this is my progress. I completely finished page 1, and I honestly don't remember if, oh, you know what? I can show you a picture of it if you haven't seen it on my tablet. Let's see, maybe. Hold on. That one right there. It's not going to focus. Not going to focus. Punk. Anyway. I don't feel like inserting pictures today. I might have to, but so I finished all of page 1. This thing is a monster. It is a beast. It's 100. Now, granted, the pages are a bit large print, and that's not even the largest print they have. It's even more pages, obviously, if it's large print. But you're not going to be able to figure out the whole pattern from this, so I don't even care. But, I mean, that's how big the symbols are. 144 of these pages. So I finished all of page 1, as you can see. And then that one I was doing parking and I was doing diagonal blocks, like, you know. So I'm sticking with my diagonal theme for right now. However, I think I'm gonna have to go in and do some more gridding before I continue stitching. So I might end up having to take this out of the hoop because I decided to do cross country for the second page. That's why you see all this purple. I'm almost done with the purple on the page. But I think I'm gonna have to do some more gridding because I'm gonna be going further than the page, because guess what this joker just downloaded a few days ago? Pattern Keeper. And guess what is compatible? Guess what is compatible with Pattern Keeper? These designs. So I put this into Pattern Keeper, and I went through when I had some time, and I finished it this morning, went through and I highlighted all of page 1, the stitches I've done going into page 2, so that I was like feathering those, and then I went through and I highlighted this symbol, and I went through and highlighted all the ones that I've done so far. So I am currently, let me see. Here it is. So I love it tells me how many I've stitched today. I have not stitched this many. I haven't even stitched today. 4,263 today. No, that's not accurate. But I have stitched a total of 6,949 stitches. I am 0.96% complete with the pattern. I'm almost 1% done, y'all. Look at me. Anyway, but as you can see, there's more patterns on there. I'll go over that when I go over the stuff I bought. Okay. So I was working on that after I couldn't take any more of the Black Ada. And so then week number 2 was Stiach. So this is a new start. And again, like I was telling you guys before, so it's on Facebook. It's free if you guys would like to do it. This year, it's usually a mystery stitch along. But this year she decided to go ahead and just let us know what the pattern was in advance. And it is House. I don't have a picture of it. I guess I will have to insert pictures. I was hoping I would be able to just end the video and then upload it right away without having to edit, but I guess I'm gonna have to edit. So I think it pops up on this side of me. I think that's where it pops up. Bless This House. And I'm so clever. I'm doing the House of Hues. because I decided to do 4 of them. Like a Warhol inspired thing. So I've got 4 different colors going on. I've got week 2 just got released last night. I did not start it yet. This is week 1. So that's week 1. And I'm doing it in, I can't see. I'm doing it in orange, pink, green, and purple. And what I'm hoping, if I counted it, I'm pretty sure it's going to work out. That the borders will meet in that corner, in that center corner, and it's not going to overlap. I'm pretty sure I counted it right. I counted it like 6 times each time I started a new color. I'm like, okay, like 6 times just to make sure. Counted the pattern, counted my fabric, counted the pattern, like, because I didn't want it to overlap. So I'm super happy with how it's looking so far. It's kind of looking like a transformer a little bit, like Optimus Prime. Let me find one of the darker ones. Kind of looks like Optimus Prime a little bit. So anyway, like I said, week 2 just came out last night. So I will have to get working on that. Yeah, so I did 0. So I finished this on, I got caught up on Thursday while I was in my Zoom meeting. One of the girls that's in one of the Facebook groups for cross stitch, Snarky and Nerdy Cross Stitching, I think that's the group I found her in. She hosted a Zoom, a 12-hour, because she's not working right now because of the virus. She's been hosting a 12-hour Zoom meeting from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. my time. I don't remember what time it is for her. No, maybe it's 11 to 11 her time, because it was like 11:30 when I got off the call, and she's like over on the West Coast and I'm on the East Coast. It was like 11:30 when I got off, and they were nowhere near wrapping up. They were just sitting there, you know, basically it's just like almost, you know, just sign in, and, you know, I didn't say anything the first like 10 minutes I was on the call, and then somebody like piped up, because I was sitting in the seat when I signed in, and she was like, "Oh, Jen, I like your sunflowers behind you." I'm like, "Oh, hello." So yeah, I was on that call for like 3 hours. It was a lot of fun. I didn't know anybody in there. I don't remember everybody's name. But I quite enjoyed it, and she's doing it every Thursday. So I'm hoping, because she can only talk about it once a week per the admins of the different groups that she posted in. So she'll post about it again, I think like Tuesday or Wednesday. And I think it might be the same. I wrote down the meeting number and the password. I'm hoping it's the same one, because I didn't catch her last name, so I can't even like track her down on Facebook. I do remember one of them. I might try to look one of the girls up. I remember her name. So I might try to look her up and friend request her, and then I might be able to find everybody through that. Because I mean, the girls that I was stitching with, they were a lot of fun to stitch with. I quite enjoyed it. Anyway, I digress. I got caught up. I'm sorry, I didn't finish, obviously. I got caught up on this while I was in that group, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, God, what do I want to stitch now? And so I decided to bust out, where am I putting this? God bless. I decided to bust out one of my longtime whips and start working on the back stitching. Another Dimensions kit from way back in the day. This is Glory of Autumn. I know I've seen other people post this kit before. My cross stitching is completely done. It's been done for many, many moons. But all I have left to do is back stitch. And I love black work, but I despise back stitching. They were all cracking up at me, because the whole time I'm like, God, I hate back stitching. God, I hate back stitching. I hate it. So, really what I have left to backstitch is I got to finish the fence. I have to backstitch the ducks. I think that's what these are. Maybe geese. I'm not really sure. Got to finish the fence, the ducks. There's some branches in these trees up here, and I got to backstitch the barn. So what I did was I worked on the roof. So I got all this right here backstitched, and then I got part of the roof backstitched. And then I couldn't take it anymore, and I'm like, oh my God, see, this is old. I've already done all that down there. That's been done. And this tree over here and this fence right here has been done. But I got to backstitch. Yeah. I did what I could, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't take this anymore. I can't take it. So I put it up, but they were all like, you did a lot for something that you despise. So, yeah. So I did that, worked on that. And whip-wise, I think that's all I've got to show. I plan on trying to get started the Harry Potter Stitch Your Own Adventure from Stuart Cunningham. I plan on starting that one today. I was supposed to start it Friday. My days are all messed up with my stitching. I'm just like, I don't know. I've been in a blah mood the past couple days. So, and like I said, I did 0 stitching yesterday. I was a little productive though, because I bought some stuff yesterday off of Facebook. So yeah, hold on. I told you I'm scatterbrained. So my plan is to start, I think I'm just going while I figure out, because, all right, so the Stitch Your Own Adventure. Hold on. That's going to be my new start this week. I can show you the chapter or the intro. I can show you the intro page. Yeah. It's 250 by 250 total. This is chapter 1. Chapter 2. So this is your house banner for anybody who does not know what this is all about. It's really cool. If you enjoyed reading those Choose Your Own Adventure books when you were a kid, I loved them. Like, you get to the end of the thing and you're like, if this is what you want to do, go to this page. And if this is what you want to do, then you go to this page. Loved those books. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is really cool. So, I'll go in more detail with it, like, once I actually start doing it. But because my plan right now is to just kind of do the introduction, like stitch the parchment tablets out, and there's a few, he doesn't want us to call them modifications. He would prefer us to call them alternatives, I think. He worked really hard on the pattern, so I feel bad, like, wanting to change things. But, I mean, it's all about your creativity, right? And, I mean, you know, the main part, I'm keeping. But this is going to be your banner. This is Quidditch. So your position in Quidditch, like with your jersey. And then the piece of the Quidditch game that relates to your position. So if you are the seeker, then you have the snitch. If you're the keeper, you have the... What's the keeper? Is the I haven't read Harry Potter in forever. I just love it. Anyway. And then over here is chapter, right? Yeah. I think this is chapter 3. And this is going to be, that came out this month. It's every other month. So that came out this month, and that is your elective class that you take. So it will either be a teacup with tea leaves that you decide what the tea leaves are going to be. And so he's got like all these different patterns. So a teacup with the tea leaves in it. And then there's like 3 electives. Care of Magical Creatures. So then you got the woods, with like a hippogriff or a unicorn, and I think within the Care of Magical Creatures, there's different things to tell you which animal you would get and stitch in the woods. So there's and then there's like I can't remember all the animals that are in it. And then the third elective is the runes class. And then you can, like, he gives you like a number of spaces, and then each rune that he has stands for like different letters. Like, you know, I think there's, you know, and so you can have the runes say what you want them to say. So with the rune class, some people are putting their name, some people are putting their favorite spell from Harry Potter, some people are putting a phrase that they like, you know, different things. And then I've seen so many cool things that people have done. With the Care of Magical Creatures, somebody was actually finagled it and stitched all the animals within the woods. Like, they put the unicorn, just the head, like poking out from behind a tree, and a hippogriff in the middle, and then something else like down at the bottom. It was really neat. Some people are putting all 3 electives on the page. They're, you know, you got some creative people in this thing. So my plan is to start the parchment pieces. There is, I would like to change this owl over here that's next to the train. I would like to change this owl to the platform 9 3/4 sign that I've seen people do. I'm debating if I'm going to keep this owl, or because if they do an alternative design and it's their own design, he is allowing them to post it to the files page. So somebody had designed Hedwig. So this is like your standard like delivery owl thing, and then someone designed Hedwig. So I'm debating if I'm going to keep this owl or if I'm going to replace it with Hedwig. But I am going to do the alternative castle. I don't know if that's posted in the files or not, but she emailed it to me. The person who did it originally emailed me the pattern for the castle. So I'm debating if I think I'm going to do the alternative castle. But this is going to be the same. I want to change this to the 9 3/4 platform thing. I might keep this owl just because it might make my life easier, because I think Hedwig is in this position, not this position. So I would have to flip it. I don't feel like doing all that. Plus, because I've got alternative stuff that I want to do down here. And then the only other thing I kind of want to change is I want to make this, that center letter, I want to make it a howler. Yeah. So, yeah, that's that. So I kind of want to start that today, at some point. Okay. So that's going to be my new start for this week. I don't think I'm going to get bored with that one, so I might not actually get to stitch on Be Still. Because I don't know if I'm going to get really bored with that one or not. And then, let me see. Oh, and then my new start for the week after that is going to be this one, which is a kit that I picked up at Hobby Lobby like 150 years ago. It says Happy Everything. That one I know I'm going to enjoy, because it's got the letters, and as soon as because I get bored with one color. That's why I like all the colors. But as soon as I get bored with a letter, it's going to be done, because the letters are a decent size, but they're not like thick. And then there's going to be little motifs to do with it. So I think this one for me, will be a quick stitch. I know some people are like, oh, this will be a quick stitch, and they do it in like 2 days. It's not going to be 2 days, but I am going to finish this one, because I do, I already like it, like without even starting it. Like, I really enjoy it. Okay, so things that I have purchased. Let's move on to things that I have purchased. So in the mail, I got some needle minders from Mad for Minders on Etsy. Love the needle minders, what I have left of them. So remember how in a previous video I talked about how good my kids are and they don't touch my stuff? That was a lie. They touched my stuff. They saw these needle minders and they were like toddlers. Like, they were playing with them. What really got me, I'm so pissed. Oh, I remember what the other one was now. My coffee one. I have one that says caffeinated that looks like a Starbucks logo. It says caffeinated. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. This one has a needle on it. So hold on, let me just move this one over here. So this one, this is my favorite one. And I think the only reason I still have it is because it was on my fabric. I think that's the only reason that I still have it. They were playing with my needle minders and I yelled at them multiple times. But anyway, this one says, I like your outfit. Did it come with a pole? Are you gonna focus? I don't think it's gonna focus. Makes me sad. I don't think it's gonna focus. But anyway, it says, I like your outfit. Did it come with a pole? I love it. And then, like I said, I have a little round one that looks like a Starbucks logo that says caffeinated. I don't know where it's at. I'm gonna kill these kids. I'm really not. If my kids end up dead, don't tell them it was me. Because it wasn't. And then this one here is super cute. But the magnet is missing off of it. I mean, not this magnet. The one that slides on and off. The one that slides on and off. That one is the one that's missing. I don't know where that is. This one I'm really upset about. This one originally said it was like a little, one of them old advertisements for laxatives. For laxative tablets. As you can see, it's no more. Because one of my kids stuck it in their pocket in their shorts and it ended up going through the washer and the dryer. I found it this morning and I am freaking livid with them right now. I am so angry with them. I'm going to lay into them when they come back. They're with their dad. Oh, I'm so pissed. So pissed. Yeah, so. Yeah. I texted my mom and I told her about it and she kind of laughed because I screwed with her stuff when I was a kid all the time. She was like, who cut paper with pinking shears? Like, 30 years ago. I was like, shut up. That's not what this is about. All right. So anyway, I will be ordering more needle minders. It's, again, the shop is Mad for Minders on Etsy. Love it. And they're in California. And I got it pretty quick. I mean, it shipped out within a couple days. And I think like within 1 or 2 days of ordering. And yeah, so okay. Other things that I picked up, this stuff I got yesterday. And I haven't really like looked through in like super in depth, but I got this stuff on Facebook Marketplace. This lady that lives about 20 minutes from me had this stuff for sale. Originally, what I bought was this thing right here, a Bucilla kit, and it's a Christmas scene, and I thought it was super cute. Let me show you again. I thought it was super cute, but it was a kit. It's a kit, so it comes with the fabric. Looks like it's going to be a 12 by 12, and it's on 14 count Aida. And this, I saw at the bottom when after I looked at it, because I was like, oh, that's super cute. This is by, the design is by Cooler Design Studio. And I kind of see why I like it now, because I've got like 4 of their charts that I'm going to be stitching. But it comes with the fabric and the, obviously the pattern and the floss. So picked up that, and then she was telling me that she had some other stuff. So she sent me pictures of the other stuff that she had. And I ended up telling her that I wanted to get this one. This is a really old kit. This is from like 1991 or something. I really, like, I saw that and I was like, that is adorbs. I want it. This is a stamped kit. As you can see, it's a stamped kit. So I don't know if I'm going to, actually, I got to pull the fabric out and see because this thing is like almost 30 years old, right? 91 was like almost 30 years ago, guys. Holy cow. I don't know if I'm going to just keep the pattern and kit it up, re-kit it myself with something else, or if I'm going to use what's in here. Same with this, honestly. I don't know. We'll see what condition it is when I really open it up and take a look at it. I might, with this one, just because it's stamped and I'm not really into the stamped thing, I might go ahead and just purchase stuff to kit it myself. Plus I have like almost every DMC color known to man. So I probably have all the colors that I would need to do this. Anyway, so I got that, and then while I was there, she was trying to unload some of her stuff on me. So she gave me, I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not. She gave me this sewing magazine. This is Sew News, March of 2002. Check out that jacket, though. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, and look at this one here. This chick is playing the piano with her faux her faux fur vest, a jean vest with fur pieces on it. This is from 2002. I would expect that to be from like 1987 or something. Anyway, I'm not really sure if I'm going to hang on to this magazine or not. I'm just kind of flipping through it real quick. Because some of the stuff I saw in here, I'm like, what in the world? Because I do have a sewing machine, but I'm not like a huge sewer. But she was trying to get rid of it. I don't know why she didn't just throw it away. She gave it to me for free. Oh, there's a little article in here about binding quilts. I think I might give it to my mom just for that, because she got back into quilting. I might give it to her so that she could look through it. So she gave me that for free, which I thought was pretty nice. And then I got this one from her. I got this book from her that I got for my mother. I'm going to give it to my mother. Because like I said, she got back into quilting again. So, yeah. I'm going to give that to my mom. And then these two things I also got to give to my mom. This is a little snowman quilt thing. And then Cottage for Rent, a pillow party pattern, 5th in a series. I'm not sure which one, if it's all 3 of them or if it's only one of them. I'm not, because it says 5th in a series and there's 3 pillows on there. Oh, you know what? I think it's all 3 of them. Because on the back it says, yeah, materials needed for each pillow. Okay. So I'll give that to my mom also. And then the last thing that and I got this huge hoop from her, because the hoop that I had, the wooden hoop that I had picked up a couple weeks ago, something happened to it, and to the pieces that the screws into, it like got all like loosened and everything, and I couldn't screw the screw anymore. So I got this, so she had this hoop, so I got that from her. It was perfect timing. And then the last thing I got was a needlepoint pattern. This one, I don't needlepoint. I think this is a needlepoint pattern. She had plastic canvas too. But it has the pattern, so I could just convert this to a cross stitch. Let me show you the picture, Jesus. It says, all creatures, great and small, God bless them, one and all. It's a little, and it says Noah's Noel. So it's like Noah's Ark, but it's also like a Christmas theme thing. I thought that was really cute. And I don't, yeah, so it just tells you like what colors. I don't know. I mean, I only paid like $1 for it because there's no floss with it. So I would have to, oh, and there's Scotch stitches, and I might do this in a cross stitch, but I've never done needlepoint. And this is like really old. I can see like the color has kind of like bled through onto the canvas from like other stuff, and it's kind of hard to see on here. So, I mean, I can see how big it's going to be though. So I could probably easily convert this to a cross stitch as opposed to, maybe, I'm not really sure. It's going to take some finagling. I might not be able to. I don't know. We'll see. It was only $1. I might try needlepoint for the first time. I think with needlepoint, I have to do some, there's instructions in here too. There's some instructions in here too. How to read the chart, tips for stitching. Tells you about the different stitches that you're going to be doing, like the Scotch stitch, the basket weave, the continental, lazy daisies. Wow, there's a lot in here. Cording, couching, French knots, straight stitch, back stitch. Wow. There's actually quite a bit of different stitches in here. I guess that's normal for needlepoint. I don't know. I don't needlepoint. Yeah. So, anywho, tells you how to do it. I really, if I wanted to, I could just like get the floss, like figure out the floss and call it a day and just do this. But we'll see. I'm not going to get to that anytime soon, so I'm not really overly concerned about it. It might sit in my thing for another 40 years and I'll give it to my grandkids. Who knows if I even have any. All right, so things I've purchased. I got to show you on my tablet. So what I'll do is actually I'll kind of just talk about it because it's, as you saw, I can't like zoom in on the thing. I can't zoom in on the thing. So I'm going to insert pictures since I got to insert picture anyway. I'll insert pictures of, I think they go on this side. I might go on this side. I don't know. Anyway, I'll insert a picture of the pattern. Not the pattern, the picture. I'll insert a picture of it and that way you'll see what it's going to look like. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is called Basket of Pansies, and that is from thecrossstitchstudio.com, and that was actually a freebie. What she does is the first Friday of the month, she releases a pattern for free, and she leaves it up for the weekend. So I downloaded it. It's not usually something I would stitch, but it was a free pattern. And then I looked, and I have the Aida for it. I think I talked about this in my last video. I have the Aida for it because I have the size of the 14 count Aida that I need. And I don't usually stitch on 14 count. Just because I do such large patterns that a 14 count, I guess it's no different than doing it on 28 count, honestly. So I guess I don't know why. I would never get 14 count because I would think it's going to be big, but I also stitch on 28 count 2/2, which is the same as 14. So I don't really see what the big deal is. Anyway, So I got that. So I might be starting that too. Probably maybe in June, but I've got like just about all the floss. I think I have all the floss I need for it. I have the Ada. I have it on Pattern Keeper now. So I'm probably going to be ordering that, or starting that. The other thing I got was, let me see. Honeymoon, what's this called? It's Honeymoon something or other. It doesn't show the whole, it doesn't, oh wait, Honeymoon Sunset. This one is super pretty. So I got them, when you buy more than one pattern, she has a discount code. And it's on the website. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. It's like 2 for $22, 3 for $33, and 4 for $44. I'll tell you about the one that I really wanted, which was why I got these other ones. So Honeymoon Sunset is one that I got. And I have not gone through. I downloaded that on Pattern Keeper. The 4 out of the 4 that I purchased, only one of them wouldn't convert onto Pattern Keeper. I'm not really sure why. But anyway, so I got that pattern. So I need to order fabric for that. I don't know if I have all the floss. I haven't looked. I'm not in a big rush to look and see. And then the other one that I got, this one here, this is called Frontline Heroes. This was originally, I think, a mural in Australia that somebody had done, and that's why it looks like it's got that brick facade on it, because it was painted on a brick wall. And then somebody took a picture of the mural, and it started like going all over the place, and they contacted, Betsy contacted the original artist of the mural, and she talked to them about converting it to a cross stitch pattern, and they said okay, and she kept the brick wall look to it. I got that for myself. I'm not working on the front line like everybody else is. Not. So don't be all like, oh, you're here. No, I'm not. But it's a good symbol of my people. So I picked that up, and because I wanted that, I went ahead and got 3 of the patterns on my wish list, which was the Honeymoon Sunset, and then this next one, God Shed His Grace. And this one I thought was just gorgeous. So I picked up that one. And then the last one, oh, I know where I can find it. Silly me. I'm so funny. Give me just a minute, because I am trying to, hold on. I'm trying to find the email that I sent myself. Here it is. Is this it? Oh, not that one. Sorry, guys. No. I was trying to find the email. Oh, here, I can do it this way. I can't remember the name of the last pattern. So, and of course now my tablet's going to be a little B and not load. Really? I'm gonna put the last one up here, and if I can find the name of it, then I will totally tell. Then I will tell you. But I saw this one, and the colors were just like the bomb. Okay, here we go. So I got all 4 patterns for $44, and I'm going to be ordering Frontline Heroes, God Shed His Grace, Honeymoon Sunset, Homecoming. That's the last one. Homecoming. For some reason, that one will not upload into Pattern Keeper. I'm not really sure why. I might try one more time, but it was not uploading. So, and then the last 4 patterns that I'm going to talk about that I got are all from CoolerDesignStudios.com. I believe I talked about them before, but I know I didn't really, I just kind of briefly touched on them. I've got fabric on its way from Canada because I was looking on 123 Stitch and the fabric I wanted was not available. And then, so I was like, oh, I'll look on Etsy. That's a great idea. So I found some fabric on Etsy. And I ordered it, and then I realized that the person was in Canada. So it's shipped, but with customs and everything, I don't know where it's at. So anyway, I'm going to post color pictures next to me of the samplers. But it's all 4 seasons. So you've got the summer sampler, which I thought was really nice. It's got like summer camp and a beach scene up here, and Star Spangled Banner for like 4th of July, summertime stuff, a cruise, a fair. So it's kind of, you know, I like it. I like it a lot. Seashells up at the top. Baseball glove with a baseball, I think a honeybee over here and a sunflower. So it's really pretty. Then the next, I should have done this in the order of the seasons, but I'm just doing it how I had it piled up. The next one is the autumn sampler. I'm doing it like this because I'm going to put a picture next to me of what it's going to look like. This one has back to school with the alphabet and some numbers, Halloween, a cornucopia with a squirrel with an acorn, harvest, some apples, a turkey, just some like fall stuff on there. And then the next one is spring sampler, and that one has spring is in the air. It's got like a seed pack for hollyhock, a little sign for Mother's Day, some, I don't know what the soap is all about, a little, a bunny driving a tractor with an Easter egg in the back. That's really cute. And then I think there's like it's in black and white, so it's hard for me to see everything. It's got some pea pods going up the side over here, and a trowel, and for 4th of July, for St. Patrick's Day, there's a 4-leaf clover, and then, let me see, and then a little phrase here, when Irish eyes are smiling, sure 'tis like a morning's spring. It's hard to read it because it's in like black and white. And then the last one is the winter sampler. I saw another Flosstuber, Blitz Stitch. I saw him stitching this. He was doing it last year. I think he finished it last year, and oh my god, it was so gorgeous. So you got the new year up in the corner, and she gives you the number so you can put the year that you actually finish it in there. Happy New Year with the clock. Then it's got a skating scene like as its main piece, and then a phrase down in the bottom, and Santa Claus and a snowman, and then it's got Valentine's Day, which you don't really think about that being in the winter, but technically it is. So I thought that was kind of weird, but kind of funny. Gingerbread man, a little snow globe in the bottom. So just things I really enjoyed. I showed my mom the patterns, and she was like, oh, where'd you get those? So she might go get them herself. Anyway, so that's all my stuff. So if my fabric comes in, I don't know where my fabric is at for those, because like I said, it doesn't say where. It doesn't say where it's at. It just says that it's shipped. It could still be in Canada. It could be stuck at the border. It could be, I don't know, who knows. But yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at them. I probably should have looked a little harder and purchased something that was in the US so it wouldn't be so long for shipping. Because everyone knows shipping is delayed because of everything going on. So, anywho, yeah, so I think that's about it for me for today. I'm going to post another video in the next day or two of, I'm going to do a whip parade. So, I'm going to post this video first before I film that one. But I'm going to do a whip parade. Or actually, it's going to be more of a what's in my stash parade. Because I've got a lot of stuff I haven't started that I don't think you guys have ever seen before. So, it's basically going to be a what's in my stash video. That might be broken up into 2 videos, though, because, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. And, oh, I never posted the video of me putting together my stand I showed you in my last video, in my last Flosstube. My floor stand that I got. I love it. I love it. It's working out so good for me. So I'll have to post that video too. So you'll be getting a few videos this week from me. Anywho, I think that's about it. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.